Hey guys, welcome back. Today I am doing something a little interesting. I don't actually know how this is gonna go. Also, now that I'm looking at my outfit, I'm not really sure what is going on here. We're just gonna go with it. Anyways, I am doing a little bit of training today, but it's not really a train with me video. I just wanted to actually show you guys my top 5 favorite races in this game right now, and it just kind of gives me the opportunity to do a little bit of training, so let's go. I felt like this wouldn't be a very honest video if I didn't put one of the classic old SSO races in this video. I feel like it's one of the older races and it has been updated slightly because of me failing the race this early is just not okay. It has been slightly adjusted and updated because they have been doing the updates around Jorvik, so that makes perfect sense. So it's not the exact same as it used to be like years ago, but I still felt like I should include it just because it's like a nostalgic classic race from the game. To add on to that, it also gives 250 XP, which is great because not a lot of races actually give that much XP in this game, so it takes a while to train your horses, but this is one that I pretty much never skip on my training route, so that's why it's at number 5. I also like that it incorporates Steve's farm, but also like a little bit of Silverglade Village itself, so you get to run through there as well. The only downside is I feel like Steve's farm can get really laggy sometimes, so when I'm training, that's not the most exciting thing to have to deal with, but for the most part, I really like that race, and it's not that big of a deal. Now I pretty much do this every day that I'm training, and I just think it's refreshing, honestly, compared to most of the races in this game. First of all, it is a newer race, and it takes place in Starshine. In comparison to a lot of other places, it is newer, which adds to the effect of it and just the visuals, but also it involves chickens, guys. Like, come on, like, who doesn't want to run around with a chicken? It's also not a challenging race necessarily, but I like that it is definitely different and they put some obstacles, and even just the path that it takes you on is so different to anything else, and sometimes I still get confused as to which way I'm supposed to go, and sometimes that can get frustrating, but also it's nice to have that because when you're training and doing the same races all the time, it can get super boring. So sometimes I'm like, I want to make sure that I'm looking at my screen and going the right way instead of just being so bored I could fall asleep while I'm doing races. And also when it comes to the XP, it's not as high as Steve's farm, but it still gives 200 XP, which is still pretty good, and I will definitely take that. There is a second race here, but I honestly do the other one less than I do this one for some reason. I just like the Dances with Chickens race a lot better. At where I am right now in this game, there isn't really any point to be around here for any quests or even training because it's just this one lonely race, but honestly it makes me like it even more. I feel like this area isn't revisited very often, so I think it's also just an underrated race, honestly, and I never see anyone else over here doing this race. So I usually like to try to do it. It just doesn't always happen in my training route because it's so far in the distance from everything else. It also just makes me feel more connected to the older times in this game. I don't know. I just feel like because the jumps and the race itself haven't been updated at all, I don't think. It just makes me think of old SSO. Not to reminisce this whole time, but I just like some of the older classic races that they have in this game compared to some of the newer ones. And just like the 4th race, it also gives 200 XP, I'm pretty sure, which is still pretty good, and I am happy with that. For my second favorite race, I definitely have a love-hate relationship with the bunny race, but I honestly just can't stop myself from doing it every time I'm training. I just have to come do this race, and it can get very frustrating when I don't do timing very well, and then it feels like it messes everything up. But for the most part, I do enjoy this race. It's pretty short, and now that I know a semi-decent pattern to do, it really does not bother me at all.
Except for when I run into fences like that.
But that's just a skill issue, honestly. Nothing to do with the race itself. Also, just like the Dancing with Chickens race, you get to run around with bunnies, so who wouldn't want to do that, right? The only thing about that one is it doesn't give that much XP, but I'm willing to give it a pass just because I think it's so fun and it does not take that much time to do either, so we're just gonna ignore the fact that it doesn't give much XP. Okay, you guys ready? Oh no. Oh no. My favorite race in this game has always been and might always be Lizzie's jumping competition. I don't know why It doesn't give that much XP, but it has always been my favorite race in this game. Really just like the show jumping aspect of it, and it's pretty short. I can literally just run through fences if I want to. And it takes place on a really cute little island, so what's not to like? I also like that the jumps all made of food stands. I think it's actually so cute that they did that. So we are yet to find a race that I love more than this one. Maybe one day there will be. Anyways, those are my top 5 favorite races in SSO. Feel free to let me know what you think of these ones or share your opinions. What are your favorite races? If you even like any of the races. I know some people are not into training in this game at all. Anyways, that was also a good way for me to get some extra training done today, which I've been pretty lazy at recently. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!